Guys, so I'm doing a video today. It's a collab with my friend. We are going to do our top 10 movies. This is really hard to do because I like a lot more than 10 movies. But I'm just going to go through some movies really quickly with you, and these are some of the movies I like. These are not like my favorite top 10, and they're not in any order. These are just movies that I wanted to show you or talk about with you, and that's pretty much the collab. I mean, we went through a list of things that we wanted to do, and I was like, movies, yes, I love movies, and then I was like, this is so hard. But Gladiator is one of my favorite movies. Love it. Russell Crowe is not my favorite actor, but he blew me away in this movie. I remember seeing it in high school. And just the epicness of it and the score, the music. It's just such a good movie. If you have not seen it, you must be living under a rock, but if you have not seen it, go see it. Rent it, whatever you gotta do to see it. Dirty Dancing. This is just a scene from the movie. I'm like Lair Central with this thing. I should have thought that through. Oh, the time of our life. Okay. There's really no reason. It's just a classic, and I grew up watching these movies. And Patrick Swayze, that's enough right there for you. The next one that I picked was Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz is something that I grew up remembering that it was only aired once on TV during a special time, and everybody gathered and was so excited to see Wizard of Oz. And then I remember they started slowly playing it like random times. I'm like, wait, it's not Thanksgiving or Christmas. I don't remember exactly when they aired it. I just remember Easter. I don't remember. And I remember like, wait, why is the Wizard of Oz on TV? And now they play it whenever, and it's kind of lost its, nostalgia, I guess. But just it's just a classic movie. And I remember in what was it, middle school, we had like our little yearbook and thing. It was like favorite movie, and I was like Wizard of Oz, and I was like, I feel like such a loser because everybody had all cool movies that were happening around that time, and I'm like Wizard of Oz, and Mom's like, why'd you pick Wizard of Oz? I'm like, 'cause that's my favorite movie. Shut up. All right, so Truman Show, Jim Carrey. I love Jim Carrey. I'm a huge fan of him. His comedy is something I enjoy. But this movie is funny. It is funny, but the story behind the movie, it's just, if you've never seen it, at the end, it just, when he finds out what's going on, just that scene, I cry. I love this movie. I just do. Okay, so this one is definitely nostalgia for me. This is like, yeah, this is Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie. Don't confuse it with the show. The show, obviously, is like my obsession. If you know anything about me, But the movie, I wanted to be Kristy Swanson. I wanted to be Buffy. I wanted to be in a prom dress with a leather jacket, killing vampires in high school. I just wanted to be her when I was growing up, and I was like, yes. And of course, I had a big crush on. I can't think of his name for some odd reason, and I should have looked it up. Why can't I think it? Kristy Swanson. What is his name? Why can't I think of it? It's so bad. It's Dylan from 90210, isn't it? Yeah. What is his name? Why can't I think of it in real life? Whatever. All right. So the next movie that I have is another nostalgic movie. Is Clueless. I mean, hello. Hello. What else we got here? Okay, so this one that I'm going to talk about is probably, if anybody says, what kind of movies do you like? What's your favorite movie? And the first movie that I always think of, that always pops in my head, that always comes to mind, is The Matrix. The Matrix, the first one, is probably my all-time favorite movie ever. I like a lot of different kinds of movies. I like a lot of different genres, but if I had to pick one, if somebody said you have to pick one or else, it would be The Matrix. Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne. I wanted to be Trinity. I wanted to be with Neo. This movie has my heart and always will. The epicness of it, the first of everything, like the first, it was just always the first. Like, when you see a movie that is the first, and then after that, everybody else does it a million times, like the found footage, and you've seen that the first time, and then every other movie is like that. This was the first of the kind of Matrix. You know what I mean? And Keanu Reeves is one of my favorite actors. I know that he gets a lot of slack for his goofiness, I guess you would say. But he's just, this is such a good movie. And the scene where Neo and Trinity go into that building and the music's playing and the shoot off. If you have to seen the movie before, have you not seen the movie before? It's just epic. There's so many epic scenes in that movie. I could tell you every line in that movie. We won't play with it. But anyways, so a newfound love for me is Deadpool. It just came out recently. Ryan Reynolds nailed Deadpool. I didn't know too much about Deadpool, I will admit, prior to this movie. We are big into Marvel and big into the comic book movies and stuff like that, and we like DC and we like all that type of movies. But I just loved the character. I loved the fact that he knew he was a character. I loved the fact that he knew he was in a movie. I loved the fact that he talked to the audience. It was just such a good movie. The comedy, he was just perfect for it. Who else we got in here? Fight Club is a classic in my book. Brad Pitt, Edward Norton. I just love the message to this movie. I know it seems a little weird, but I do. If you really watch the movie and really understand it, the message is really good. All right. A+ is kick-ass. All right. So the last movie I have on my list is The Breakfast Club. I picked this one because I've seen this movie more times than I can count. I was an 80s kid. I grew up watching these movies. I love 80s movies. You can give me Breakfast Club, Say Anything, Pretty in Pink, 16 Candles, I'll Say Almost Fire. Give me all those movies and a Sunday afternoon and I'll be happy. You know what I mean? This is high school. I know it seems like dated, but this is high school. Every time frame, there are different groups of people, but we are the same in the end. We all have problems. We all have to deal with things. We all have struggles, even if it doesn't seem that way on the outside. That's just the way it is. So that was my collab. Be sure to check out her video down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. List down some of your favorite movies and in the comments. I would love to see what you guys like to watch. And my favorite genre is horror, and it's weird that I didn't list any, but that's a really hard one to pick like a favorite out of because horror is so, kitschy and what have you. So, I'm a big fan of the Nightmare on Elm Streets and, the classic horror movies. Freddy, yeah. So, there isn't really a favorite out of a horror. The whole genre is my favorite. So, yeah. Anyways, like, subscribe, and share. As always, I appreciate it. Comment down below your favorite movies so that I could see what you guys like. All right, bye, guys.